Okay, so the Colts have traded Rock Ya-Sin for Yannick Ngakoue from the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, I really like this trade because I think Chris Ballard worked some beautiful magic with this, and I know people are going to complain about, oh, we're losing a really good corner, or corners are going to suck now. We already signed a pretty good corner, um, from Las Vegas, who's going to be paired with his former defensive coordinator, so I think he's going to do well. And we have Isaiah Rodgers, who played very well last year, who can take up a starting role. And this draft is very, very good for cornerbacks. So, logically, it makes sense to do this. I don't understand why people are upset with it. I think it's just Colts Twitter being Colts Twitter and them not being very smart. Because we just got a top 10 defensive end in the NFL for Rock Ya-Sin. I like Rock. I loved watching him this year. But our pass rush is deadly now. Because you've got Yannick Ngakoue, Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye, Dio Dangbo, and a few other depth pieces like a Tyquan Lewis in there, all on the same defensive line. That is beastly. That is absolutely beastly. I mean, we remember Yannick Ngakoue when he was with the Jags, and this past year when he was with the Raiders, and we played those teams. We've usually played Yannick Ngakoue for the past few years, and we've seen him a lot. And we all know that he's caused lots of problems for the Colts offensive line, and the Colts offensive line is one of the best offensive lines in the whole NFL. He was causing problems against one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Imagine what he is going to do to some of these other offensive lines that aren't that good that we face. I mean, we've got the Jags 2 times a year. We've got the Texans 2 times a year. We've got the Titans 2 times a year. All three of those teams don't have the best offensive line. I mean, the Titans, they have a decent one, but it's not the best. It's not the greatest. And I think he can do a good job against it. I don't see personally how this trade is a bad thing. I think it's a very good trade. I think Chris Ballard worked his magic on this one. I like it. I like it. Yes, we could have signed Yannick Ngakoue last year, but we were planning on drafting 2 defensive ends last year, so we weren't going to sign him. That doesn't make sense. But whatever. People are going to find ways to hate things, especially with the Colts fan base and how they can be, and them being not the smartest of NFL fans most of the time. But I think it's a good trade. I think watching him with the horseshoe on his helmet this year is going to be very, very fun. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny. And at least we did something in free agency.